Thank you as always for all of your support. Love you guys. If you're new here, my name is Kelte, and this will be another general reading on the collective energy, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you want to book a personal reading with me or any of my other services, you can contact me at my email in the description box below. All right, so I'm calling on my ancestors, my spirit guides, and the Most High Mother, Father, God, Spirit, Universe, Creator. Please allow me to channel what the viewer needs to hear for their highest good and healing, and so it is. So the words that sort of popped up in my mind before I started this reading was unfinished business and detective work. You could be doing some detective work. Maybe you feel like something has come up and it's like unfinished business. But let's pull some energy. Let's pull some cards on this energy. Spirit, what's going on? Like it's like something from your past is coming up to be revisited or something. Solace in the secluded garden. Maybe you're... It's like she's surrounded by a fortress. Finding solace within yourself about something in the past, yet through that journey, there's something that is like unfinished business for you, maybe emotionally. Maybe this is somebody else. Maybe there's something coming to your consciousness about somebody from the past, and it feels almost like in the 5D or in the spirit realm, you and another person from the past have unfinished business. And within the solace of your secluded garden of your soul, you are coming to some realizations about that. There's a lot of healing happening right now for you. I'm hearing intricate levels of healing. You could come from England. You could be from England. Like this is giving me England vibes for some reason. Like an estate or something like that. You could live on an estate or live near like an estate or like a castle or something like that. Maybe you visited a castle lately. Castle. I'm also getting like this energy of like she's leaving. It looks like she's on her way to leave her secluded garden, maybe to take care of some unfinished business. Maybe you've realized in your seclusion that there's something that you need to do, something that you need to take care of in the physical world, or in the physical world, so that you can let something go in your internal world. What else, Spirit? Wasteland's absolution. This could have something to do with, like, perhaps you're a feminine energy or something and you have like a female friend. Maybe this has something to do with two women. Maybe you're a woman, or like whether you're like a masculine or feminine, whatever this unfinished business has to do with, it could have to do with two women. I'm getting this energy that even if you feel like you don't have to solve it in the physical world, like maybe you don't have to actually do something in the physical world around you, but whatever you're doing internally is going to affect the physical world around you, or affect these people, like I see this apple here. It's like there's some sort of hidden knowledge or something like that that has been kept from people that has made them miserable. Maybe made you miserable and another person. This could be like a sister or something like that. It could be a friend. Maybe you and a friend have the same sort of, like I feel like this apple is like hidden knowledge about something that happened, unfinished business, something that went unacknowledged. Maybe two people were brought together, maybe you and a friend, or you and a partner, or you and somebody else, like a sibling, are connected through something that was hidden from the both of you, but I'm getting this energy that you we're always aware of it, or maybe not always aware of it, but maybe there's something where it's coming to awareness for you. Maybe it's not necessarily coming to awareness for the other person, or maybe you and another person are finding out some sort of hidden knowledge about something. We're going to pull one more from this deck, and then we're going to get more, we're going to get some clarity on what this hidden knowledge is. But like a leaf in the wind. I feel like you're being pulled by the universe right now, whether you like it or not, to discover some sort of deeper hidden knowledge. This is something you're being guided by the universe. You could feel like something, I'm hearing like a detour. Maybe you feel like you're on a detour of your journey right now and you're like, what is this? But it's like I'm getting this energy that you're feeling pulled to do some sort of sacred work or ceremonial, like, journeying for your soul, like for yourself, for you to be able to let go of something. But it's kind of coming out of nowhere, but at the same time it's not necessarily coming out of nowhere. It's like it's reached some sort of, I'm bringing the universe is bringing something to your awareness for you, is leading you, is pulling you into this. And maybe you feel like you're being pulled into this, and maybe it feels really uncomfortable because you're being pulled into this hidden knowledge. You're being pulled into, I'm seeing like a room. You're being pulled into a room. I'm hearing being made to see something or shown something. Maybe you're going, maybe you had a dream where you went into a room and it unlocked an awareness for you about something that happened in your past, like maybe perhaps a repressed memory or something like that. Or in a dream, somebody was brought into a room and there was a person in that room, and that person has to do with this. Like you were brought into a room, or you went into a room in your dream, or you found yourself in, I'm hearing a recognizable room, but at the same time, maybe it didn't feel like it's something that you feel like you recognize this place within your dream, but you didn't necessarily exactly know where it was, but there was somebody in that room, or something was going on in that room that's about this hidden knowledge. I'm also getting this energy that this could be bringing up a dream memory for somebody right now. Yeah, this could have to do with your sister. Maybe like you and your sister have something that is unfinished, or something that happened to you and your sister and this is unfinished, or it's like some sort of forbidden knowledge. Maybe you weren't allowed to know something, or something was kept from the both of you, or something was kept from one of you about the other, or about both of you. But it's like maybe one of you, I'm getting this energy that one person is maybe more aware of something than the other person, and I'm getting this energy that the one person, so now I'm getting this other energy that maybe, and this could be, it could be like a, it doesn't matter who it is, like take it as it resonates. It could be any gender, you know what I mean? It could be anyone, but I'm just going off the cards here. But I'm getting this energy that whoever this unfinished business is with, they feel like they're blowing around in the wind. And they feel a little bit more out of control than maybe you feel, but it's because that they don't have as much awareness about whatever this is as much as you have. Or maybe I'm getting this energy that maybe you were the more stable one out of the two of you, or the more stable one in the situation in terms of like emotional capacity to deal with. Like I'm getting this energy that you might be the type of person that when a crisis hits, you're the type of person that's just like, here's a Band-Aid, you know what I mean? You carry like a Band-Aid, you carry things with you, you carry like, maybe you have a bag with a bunch of stuff. So I'm getting like this image, like you have like a purse with a bunch of stuff, like Little Miss Fix-It, like Little Miss or Little Miss Fix-It, like you have stuff and you just like, you know, it's like you're the type of person that when a crisis happens, it's almost like you shut down your emotions, and then you're like there for everybody else. You shut down your emotions. Maybe this. So, and I'm getting this energy that, so yeah, you shut down your emotions when a crisis happens, but right now something has happened where your emotions are being opened up. Like I'm getting like your emotions are being activated, and your emotions, you might not necessarily understand why why you might have some sort of emotional outburst. Like you could be having emotional outbursts at the most random things, but it's because there's like a heart opening happening, or there's something opening up about your emotions, because there's some sort of surrender to like a hidden knowledge that's going on. Let's figure out what this is. What is this, Spirit? Where do you want me? Here? Okay. All right, so what is this? Can we get like, what is this hidden knowledge? Like wasteland absolution. I just really quickly want to just absolution, like being absolved of something. Like maybe you or somebody else wants to be absolved of something, or like the spirit. I'm getting the spirit absolution. Formal release from guilt, obligation, or punishment. Maybe you have some guilt tied to something. Maybe I'm getting this energy. Maybe you didn't protect someone. Maybe you feel like you failed to protect somebody. But it's this thing where it happened to you and this person, but maybe you felt like more responsible for this person. Maybe you felt like there was more that you could make them understand about why you did what you did, or why you... An ecclesiastical declaration of forgiveness of sins. You're doing detective work about something so that you can... I'm not even feeling like it was you who sinned. Maybe there's this feeling where you feel guilty because you didn't do enough, but Spirit wants you to know that, like, I'm getting this energy that you didn't even have the ability to be able to take control of the situation. Like this could have been something where this happened when you were a kid, or this happened when you were a teenager, or it was like something, it doesn't matter when it happened, but it's this energy of something was also obscured from you as well. Something was... Some knowledge was hidden from you as well. But then there's this energy where you feel like you take responsibility. It's this energy of, because of what you've been through in your life, you just automatically... What is that called? There's something to that where... like a lot of people have suffered narcissistic abuse, or pretty much any forms of abuse. But a lot of it, like mostly narcissistic abuse, is this thing where, because you're used to feeling like it's your fault, because you had people in your life who made you feel like everything was your fault, or that you were like always in the wrong, like through their projections, it's like this thing where, for example, side note, like your boss goes like, what happened? Like somebody did this. You'll jump in and just be like, it's my fault. Like this must be my fault. Like you think things must be your fault, even when it's not actually your fault. I'm getting this energy that maybe you just have guilt that somebody else made you feel, that was actually their guilt that was projected onto you, and it's like you're absolving yourself of this guilt by allowing this hidden knowledge to penetrate your consciousness, like to like... I'm seeing you like you pushed away something. You pushed away something. But like, what is this? Or anyways, Spirit, what is this hidden knowledge? What is this hidden knowledge, Spirit? The knowledge of who you are. The knowledge that something didn't... It's like that something happened and then it wasn't your fault, but maybe you were made to feel like it was your fault, or you're made to feel like what happened didn't happen, or you were made to feel like something was your responsibility. You maybe... I think I'm better than you. Okay, we got handler energy. So some sort of handler in your life thinks that they're better than you. Hidden knowledge, so that's the hidden knowledge. There could have been like some sort of abuser, or yeah, like some sort of handler in your life who thought that they had the right to do what they did to you. Back to basics. Coming back to the basics of the truth of who you are, the truth that no one is better than anybody else, that we are all one, that we are all reflections of the divine, and that somebody, it's this thing where somebody's sister could feel like they're better than you. Somebody's sister could be their handler. It's like, but they became somebody's sibling, somebody's parent, somebody's uncle. Maybe you had to leave a marriage or something like that. You had to go and you had to leave a partnership or a marriage or a relationship. Maybe I'm getting this energy that, okay, thank you, Spirit. I'm getting this energy that there's a past relationship that you had with somebody. It could be a romantic partner or it could be somebody else, but there's something about that past relationship that's helping you come to terms with whatever this is, whatever this situation is, this other situation is, this hidden knowledge for you, confirmation that this past relationship or this past connection out of the frying pan into the fire was something that there was something obscured from that person as well, and there was something that you obscured, like you didn't have some sort of hidden knowledge back at that time. Like, it's not that you didn't have esoteric knowledge or that you weren't spiritual. It's that whatever is now coming to light for you, this hidden knowledge, at that time in your life, you didn't, when you were with that person or when you were in that connection, or when you were in that relationship, you didn't even have access to the hidden knowledge that you're now starting to have access to. And now that past relationship is making more sense of why it went the way that it did and why they even came into your life, why you two had to come into each other's lives to awaken each other to the truth. It's like that person themselves, I'm getting that person was a really emotionally stunted, I'm hearing, and repressed. They repressed a lot. You could have had friendships with a lot of emotionally stunted or repressed people, but for whoever I'm picking up on, they were really emotionally stunted, and they almost like brainwashed you as well. Like, they almost helped. Like, they didn't, it's like they helped the ops. And when I say the ops, I mean, like, they helped that programming. They helped keep something obscure for you. They helped keep the knowledge hidden from you. But I'm getting this energy that they didn't even know either. Anyways, what else, Spirit? What else? Can we get some more clarity on this hidden knowledge? Things are unfolding for you because you are accessing this hidden knowledge. Because you're allowing yourself to open up to, also because you've gotten back to basics, because you've gotten back into your own energy, things are unfolding for you. Things are unfolding for you because whatever this hidden knowledge is, this is the key that will unlock your guilt, like this guilt that has permeated your consciousness for your entire life. This it's like there's a part of yourself that doesn't forgive yourself for something that happened, but what I'm really feeling is that it wasn't your fault. And I'm getting that somebody tricked you. There could have, so yes, thank you, Spirit. There's somebody in your life, in a connection, they kept you from, like I said, somebody could have steered you in the wrong direction. Somebody could have steered you. Somebody could have made you feel like, oh yeah, this is the thing that you should do. This is totally what you should do. This is the best thing for you, but they led you astray. And it's this thing where maybe you don't forgive yourself for believing them or for going along with what they said. You hold it against yourself, but it's this thing where you could have been younger, or you were trusting. It's about acknowledging the fact that you were who you are. You were a trusting person. You're a compassionate, loving, trusting, open person. It's this thing where you're holding something that somebody did to you against yourself. You can't forgive yourself for going along with something or something like that. And now some sort of hidden knowledge is coming through. Wasteland. So now I'm getting like you could have grown up. Like when you think of your past, or when you think of whatever this pertains to, it's like it's dark, like it's almost like gray. Like everything is in gray. Like all the color fades away, and you remember things in gray. Maybe somebody liked to wear gray. Maybe somebody that this has to do with, somebody has gray hair. Project Bluebeam. Somebody made you, so Project Bluebeam, somebody made you feel like they led you astray. Somebody led you astray, and now this something that is hidden, it's like a conspiracy. Like some sort of conspiracy happened. There was some sort of conspiracy where somebody, because of their own trauma that they experienced, they inflicted some sort of shame, or they inflicted trauma onto you by making you feel like you were not good enough to do something or to go through with something, or it's like they tricked you into believing something, and then you went along with it, and then it's like there's part of you that doesn't forgive yourself or has not forgiven yourself. Karmic. Like this could have been a karmic mother who influenced you. Like they influenced you to like deal with something in a certain way, and maybe how they talk to you, you're still talking to yourself in your mind to this day. Check your thoughts. There's some sort of thought that's making you feel like that's the thought. That's maybe it's like the hidden knowledge is coming. It's like you're realizing why you think those thoughts. Where did that come from? Where did those thoughts come from? Why were those thoughts put into your mind? What could have been the reason why somebody put those thoughts into your mind to think about yourself in a certain way, to think about yourself, or to think about the situation a certain way? Maybe it's like you saw some sort of truth when you were younger and you were denied that you ever knew that truth, or that you saw that truth. It's like it was denied to you that you could see that truth. You were gaslit. Like somebody gaslit you. Somebody manipulated you to do something that you didn't want to do. Somebody manipulated to see something in a certain way that actually turned yourself away from your soul and from what your soul knew was actually going on. This could have been about you. It could have been about your siblings. It could have been about like somebody, maybe like a step parent, or it could have been, it could even have been about a partner. Somebody could have been led astray by somebody in their life. It doesn't have to be a mother energy. It could have even been a friend. Maybe you were led astray by a friend who you thought that actually had your best interest, who the world would suppose and tell you that, hey, of course they have your best interest at heart, but there's like this energy that somebody didn't have your best interest at heart. Maybe like it's going to be quick. Maybe somebody like belittled how long a process was going to take. Like they were like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, like it'll just be quick, like it'll just be this, it'll just be that. But then it's like it got you into something, out of the frying pan into the fire, that was like so much worse than where you actually were before they actually told you that you should do something or be something or see something in a certain way. Stop rushing. Okay, so I'm getting a message from my guides as well that I'm speeding up a little, so I'm just going to take a breath here. I'm going to stop rushing. Sometimes when I'm channeling, it just da 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 when I get excited, but I feel like I want to take my time. Somebody could have rushed you into something. somebody could have rushed you into something. Maybe you've been rushing ever since. You feel like you've been rushing ever since. So I'm getting this, okay, so side note, just maybe this has something to do with this reading. I bet it does, but side note, maybe somebody told you that like you couldn't see spirits, or that you couldn't, maybe you had an imaginary friend, and it's like these people, there are people in your life who made you feel like you that it wasn't real, or that you weren't seeing what you were seeing, and it made you almost like it was just like another like brick in the wall of why you doubted yourself, or why you don't trust yourself, or why you have the gift of discernment. You have always had the gift of discernment. You saw something, and then somebody said that you didn't see something, or you perceived something and somebody talked you out of what you were perceiving, or talked you into doing something, or talked you out of carrying through with something that you actually wanted to carry through with. This person was a handler in your life. This person holds on to this like superior attitude as if they're better than you, but it's because they have a deep sense of inferiority within their souls, within their minds. This person could have always rushed you or wanted you to rush into things. This person could have always been pulling you along on a string, or pulling you along. It's like this, now I'm getting, does anybody know, do you guys remember that movie Chocolat with Johnny Depp? I love that movie. He looks really good in that movie. Just side note, I like that movie. But anyways, you know in that movie how the mom, she's almost like a wanderer. She goes from town to town to town to town. She pulls her daughter with her from town. It's like a trauma. They're stuck in like a trauma loop of escaping, because, you know, in that movie, they show that there was something bad that happened when the mother was younger, and then the mom had to leave to escape or whatever with the daughter or whatever. And then so she continued doing that with her daughter. So this could be, this could be like somebody's mother was just pulling you along, and it was pulling you away from your truth, and pulling you away from believing in your discernment. And it's this thing, like it's like passed down trauma. This is like an ancestral pattern. This is an ancestral pattern. And maybe it's like you're forgiving yourself and the other person, and it's like you're forgiving the universe for the fact that there was an ancestral pattern that maybe indoctrinated you into doing or being something that you never wanted to be. And there's something where it's like something is opening up where you're actually allowing yourself to just to be in that emotion, and to understand that something wasn't your fault. That something wasn't your fault, but there's a part of you that feels like something is your fault, because if only I had listened to like, or if only I had, you know, not gone to that place, or if only I had not trusted that person, or if only I had not gone along with what they wanted me to do. But it's this thing where you didn't know what you didn't know, and also you were like conditioned and programmed. You were pulled along, and you were pulled along by people, and it's not your fault, basically. And you could have a lot of anger about this, or maybe that's what's coming. It's like you could have a lot of anger about these people that are coming up for you intuitively during this reading. But I'm getting this energy. It's like what's coming up is you're allowing yourself to grieve what happened and the loss of what happened, and you're allowing yourself to grieve like the reality that could have happened if you hadn't made a certain choice. But then you're having compassion for the fact that it was like you were brainwashed, or like you were conditioned into making a certain choice or behaving in a certain way, and maybe you feel like you didn't protect someone, or you didn't. There's something where you have some sort of like weight of the world on your shoulders, because from this card, I really feel like there's maybe somebody else that, also I'm getting this thing where maybe somebody's like parent, like you were like their mini-me, and it's like it's like, I'm hearing like enmeshed, maybe you were enmeshed with like a parent, or This could have been like a sibling, like there's something to do with your siblings, and maybe you're even understanding why your sibling treated you a certain way, and you're having compassion for that, even if they have turned away from you. Maybe they turned away from you, but I'm getting this energy that this sibling, whoever it is that I'm picking up on, they literally like emotionally, like they don't allow themselves to, they're terrified of their emotions, and they don't, I'm hearing chaotic. This could be, somebody's sibling could be very chaotic. Maybe you even have, so I'm picking up on somebody's energy of that. You could even have guilt. So yeah, I don't know, this could have something to do with SA. But somebody could have guilt of like somebody's sibling has substance abuse issues, or there's just been a lot of hardship within that connection, and Spirit wants you to know that, you know, this person could even envy you. Like maybe they envy your stability, or they envy like what you've made with your life, because they themselves, like but it's just because they're stuck, and they could be like stuck in addiction, but it's because they don't allow themselves to feel the hidden knowledge within themselves of the truth of the situation that was, I'm hearing, that was like put on all of you. It wasn't, it's like, maybe it's, so I'm getting this like sibling rivalry, but it goes deeper than that. It's not just that, it's sibling like abuse. Like it's this thing where maybe your people were pit against one another, and it wasn't fair. It's kind of like what the powers that were do to the world right now. They try to divide and conquer. They try to pit us against one another so that we are fighting amongst ourselves, so that we don't see the hidden knowledge of like what's actually happening, who's actually doing what, and what they're actually doing. You know what I mean? It's this thing where maybe like people's parents, or the family, it's like the family played favorites, or, you know, pit the siblings against one another. And it's like, maybe, so I'm getting this energy that somebody's sibling doesn't like you, or somebody's sibling cannot let go of resentment towards you, and they even growing up, they could have hated you. You could have felt like they hated you, but it's because they hated themselves, and they hated something about you that was like an innocence, or even it's like something didn't break your spirit. You didn't let something break your spirit. I'm hearing you're an old soul. I'm hearing that you came here to not have your spirit broken. You didn't come here to have your spirit broken. You came here to rise above. You came here to rise above, and to take those broken pieces of yourself and to put them back together. And that's what you did. You did that over and over. You've had many ego deaths over your life. Whoever I'm talking to, you've had, it's like every day feels like an ego death. That's the type of person that you are. Every single day, or every single conversation, it's like you're always looking deeper into the things. You're always looking deeper into any situation. And it's this thing where you always had this ability to pick up on the deeper meanings behind everything that was going on. But in the 3D around you, and the way that people talked to you and talked down to you, and the things that they said to you, it was like smoke and mirrors. It was like the constant gaslighting to gaslight you. It's like, there could have been people in your life who made up for whatever happened, but it was all in an attempt to conceal the hidden knowledge that you always could see through to. You could see through. You're a seer. Somebody's a seer who I'm talking to. Somebody who I'm talking to is a seer. And you see, and you know, and it's like somebody's sibling can't let something go, what else, Spirit? Is this the right deck? No, okay. Am I meant? Yes? Okay. You're in the middle of healing something massive. You are literally healing something massive right now. There's a massive shift happening for you. And it's going to unfold this path that it could have been a path that you've wanted to walk down for so long. It could be, there are things unfolding for you that may have seemed like but a dream, but it's literally, the magic is the fact that you are allowing the hidden knowledge that you've always seen to come through within you, to awaken your emotional body in a different way. Like it's like something is awakening in your emotions are flowing through. emotions of feeling backed into a corner, that you were backed into a corner, that you were forced into something, that you were I'm getting like nobody puts baby in a corner. There could be somebody who there could be like somebody maybe who's as handsome or beautiful as Patrick Swayze coming into your life, who's going to help you. And because you're helping yourself, because you're healing this within yourself, if you're looking for a partner, if you're looking for, it's this thing where you're saving yourself within yourself by feeling what you're feeling, and by allowing the knowing, the gnosis to come through. And so there could be something in your life that's happening that's going to save you. Like nobody puts you in a corner. It's like justice, like justice is happening. There's justice happening. The universe is like nobody, it's like somebody put you in a corner and you kept yourself in that corner, and spirit is tired of it. Not tired, it's not like spirit's angry. It's like spirit wants to, it's like nobody puts my divine child in a corner. Nobody puts my divine creation in a corner. It's like this guilt has cornered you. Made you felt cornered. Somebody cornered you with guilt and shame. So you could be a really studious person. Maybe you take things seriously, but spirit wants you to know that you're allowed to enjoy the things that you like. You're allowed to take it easy sometimes in life. You know what I mean? I'm getting this energy from a young age, it's like, why do you take things seriously? It's like, because things were serious from a young age. You could have had to have grown up fast. You always took things seriously because you came here for a serious mission. But just because you're here on a serious mission to do some serious healing and to seriously help other people doesn't mean that you can't take some time off, or you can't enjoy the lighter side of life, that you can't open your heart up to people who actually want. So I'm getting this energy that because you're seeing this, okay? Because you're giving yourself the space to feel this, there are people who are going to be coming to you physically into your 3D reality, and they are going to be seeing you. I'm getting chills. They're seeing you. They see you. They could even be sharing stories with you, and you're gonna be like, how did you know that? Why would you share that story with me? And this person could be like, because I know that you went through something like that. And you could be like, how did you even know that I went through that? And they're like, because I can see you, because I can see it in your eyes, because I am you, because I'm a part of you, because I see who you are, and I see the emotions, and I see the guilt. You know what I mean? And it's like this thing where you're like, it's like people are now starting to see you. People are starting to see you because now you see you. You see the you, like the real you, not the you that other people wanted you to see, so that you could contain this energy, so that they could siphon that off of you. You're seeing what actually you went through. You're acknowledging what it was that you actually went through, and how that challenged you, and how that confined you, and how that I'm hearing put a damper on your spirits, but it's so much more deep than that. It was literally the agenda of those people to contain your energy, and to shame you, and to mold you so that you would keep quiet about something. Maybe you had to keep quiet about something, or so that you would, keep quiet. Just like, it's like you're not allowed to feel. You're not allowed, it's like you're not allowed to be able to perceive what you see as real. Somebody made you feel like what you're perceiving wasn't real, but it was real. And so this for whoever I'm speaking to, it was real, and it wasn't your fault. And it happened to I'm getting this energy that happened to multiple people. It happened to multiple people. I'm also getting this energy that somebody could have been, oh, that was just a ghost, or that was just that. And it's like, it couldn't actually been not just a ghost. You know what I mean? It's like somebody made up, like Project Bluebeam. They were like, this is what it is. And then it's like, but it's not actually that. It's a way for you to control my perception of reality. It's a way for you to control my perception of reality, my perception of myself and this family or this group of people and who they are and what they're doing, you know? Where do you want me, Spirit? Here? All right. I'm also hearing that you could have been feeling like floating, like you're just like floating around, like that you were so dissociated that you just were like, you float sometimes, but you're not like she's coming back into her root. Like, see this one, the first card, she's wearing a red shawl, but it's like dark. It's like everything is so much darker. Like the root was muddied. Something happened that made you feel like you weren't safe. And now it's like you're taking the bite out of the apple. Look how red the apple is. Look how like muddy this red is. It's all muddy, and that was like something was muddied. Your perception was muddied. Your safety was contaminated, undermined. And that's why you rush too. But you rush sometimes because you rush to complete things, or you're always anxious, right? Because you don't feel safe, because you don't feel safe in your body. But now it's like you're taking the bite out of the apple. So now I'm getting Lilith again. Lilith is coming through again. You're taking the bite out of the apple. She knew. And what she knew, it's like you could be the black sheep of your family. You could have been outcasted because you said something. You could have been, scapegoated because they didn't want you to know what you knew, and they didn't want you to say what you knew or like allude to what you knew. Lay low. Maybe you feel like you've had to lay low like your whole life. But also maybe you're laying low right now. I'm hearing it cuts like a knife. Maybe somebody likes Bryan Adams. Maybe you went to a Bryan Adams concert with somebody. Na, 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 na. Okay, so they want me to read those lyrics. You're laying low right now so that you can deal with this pain, these emotions, and so Spirit wants you to don't feel guilty for taking time out right now. Maybe you feel like you have to rush to do something. Don't feel guilty. You need to take your time right now to be with your thoughts, to be with your feelings, to check your thoughts, and sit with your feelings. Okay. Driving home this evening, I could have sworn we had it all worked out. You had this boy believing way beyond the shadow of a doubt. Yeah, you could have been a little boy. You could be a masculine. Somebody had you believing something without a shadow, way beyond the shadow of a doubt. You had somebody wanted you to believe something way beyond the shadow. So it's like you put some sort of shadow aspect. Somebody wanted to cover up a shadow of the family, a secret, or way beyond the shadow of a doubt. The shadow is the doubt. The shadow is the doubt, the self-doubt. The shadow is your self-doubt. You had this boy believing it's like you wanted to believe something for a long time. Or you wanted to believe yourself for a long time too. On the other hand, you wanted to believe what you felt within, but then the shadow that was planted within your consciousness was the doubt. Well, I heard it on the street. I heard you might have found somebody new. You could be hearing that this karmic person has found somebody else, but so Spirit wants to say that it's another karmic person. If this is a partner, they found another karmic person. So don't even worry about that. Like this person, I'm getting this energy that they're not, this person, whoever this is, they're not doing the work. So they're just going from karmic person to karmic person. They're still stuck in karmic patterns because they don't want to, they're too afraid to find what is hidden within themselves that keeps them bound to, I'm hearing, a quiet life of desperation. I took it all for granted, but who was I to know that you'd be letting go? And now it cuts like a knife. You could have, this person took you for granted. How was I to know that you'd be letting go? So now okay, this is for somebody specific. This is not for everybody, but maybe somebody actually, trigger warning, unalived themselves. Maybe somebody feels guilt because somebody did that. Maybe it was a sibling who did that. Maybe it was, and you feel like it's your fault, and it's not your fault. So right now Spirit wants you to know that it's not your fault. It could have been a cousin. Maybe it's this thing where I'm hearing coven. Maybe there was okay, so but cousin. So back to that, that's a whole other energy, but just like there, I'm hearing that somebody's cousin, or maybe this person, whoever this is, it's like maybe somebody did leave this place, this earth plane, and maybe there's some sort of thing that you see within that connection or within that person. It's like a reflection of you. Maybe you have your own suicidal ideation as well, and when that person left, it was like almost survivor's guilt, or there's something about that connection is that some sort of hidden knowledge is helping you understand that person and their choices more. And then it's also helping you understand a part of yourself as well. I'm hearing walk through that door. Maybe you are walking through some sort of door. They're helping you. Maybe that person who has passed over is helping you walk through this door to understand why they did what they did, so that you can understand what it is that plagues you within yourself. That makes you, it's like, why were you made to feel like it was your responsibility, or that you're the guilty one? There's something there's mirrored there of like, even the reason why, where did their suicidal ideation come from in the first place? Where it stems from something similar to where yours comes from. But now it cuts like a knife, but it feels so right. So it's like, yeah, it's hurting to have this come up. It's hurting to feel this grief and this sadness. It hurts to be witness to whatever this hidden knowledge is. It's like you're the witness. You're the witness for something right now. Your awareness of your own consciousness and of the world around you, and what's happening right now, what's unfolding for you in your life right now, you are being the witness. You are the witness for yourself, for your own feelings. You are the witness for the people who no one witnessed them. No one witnessed their pain, and that's why they left, because no one witnessed them. No one saw them, but now you're being seen because you're seeing yourself. I'm getting chills. No one saw them. They felt like no one saw them because they were confined by something. And it's like, now you're seeing yourself. You're seeing yourself. You're bearing witness to your own emotional self and everything else that comes with part and parcel with you. Like everything that is you, you're bearing witness to everything. And it's shifting everything. I'm getting also like this healing, like you are going to be seen in ways that you would never even have allowed yourself to dream. You will be seen and you will be heard. You could be wanting to be in the limelight, or you could be wanting to start a business and you're afraid that business won't be seen. You will be seen. You're afraid of putting out something that you've always wanted to put out. Maybe you are afraid of starting a channel. Maybe you're afraid of, like, I don't know. It's like this thing of like, you were always afraid of being seen, but you've always longed to be seen because, but the thing was, is that, oh my God, thank you, Spirit. You always wanted to be seen. And you thought that if you like got seen on a big scale, or you got seen on a channel, or maybe like you got seen for the things that you did, then that would make you feel complete. But you're realizing that it's to see yourself first, and then that is what's going to bring everything, that's going to bring the attention right to you, because you're bringing the attention to yourself. You're seeing yourself, and that's what's awakening everybody. Now everybody's seeing you, and it's not that people won't see you. There's like, it's like right now you're meant to see yourself, and there's people who are being sent into your life to see you so that they can reflect back to you, so that you can really sit with it, with who you are, with what happened, with how that impacted you, and how that made you like adopt a mask, like a mask of suffering that wasn't actually you, but people knew you for that suffering. It's like people knew you for that suffering. They thought that that was you. And now I'm getting this energy that now you're taking off this mask and you're going to be seen. And some people, it's like almost like this like instinctual, like deep-seated fear of like, okay, so like now when people see me for who I really am, are they gonna think that I'm fake? Are they gonna think like, will they even know who I am? Or like what? It's like all this fear, and it's just like, it doesn't even matter. What matters is that you see yourself. What matters is that you're aware of yourself. It doesn't matter. They only saw what they saw, but they only could see what they could see within themselves, within you. It's like, that's why those people were in your life in the first place, because they mirrored your lack of being able to be in touch with that, which now you're getting in touch with. There are people in your life in your past. Now I'm picking up on a feminine energy. And it's this thing where like, she could have been more compassionate with you. She could have been more compassionate with you. She could have tried to understand you, but she was so selfish that she couldn't even understand herself. She was so selfish. She didn't have anything to give. She did not have anything to give. She only wanted one thing, and that was for you to be her emotional support. That was for you to be her emotional punching bag. That was for her to be her like grounding tool, for her to feel grounded, because she couldn't feel grounded. She did not feel grounded. No one ever helped her. No one ever saw her, so she could not see you. Somebody couldn't see you because no one ever saw her. No one was ever there for her. No one protected her, so she could not protect you. She fed you to the wolves. And she expected you to be grateful for that. She expected you to be grateful for what she did. And it's not that you were grateful. It's like, but then you almost like now it's like you almost like attacked yourself. Anytime that you would have anything that wasn't gratitude, you attacked yourself because what was instilled within you was this guilt, but was actually their guilt. Somebody instilled within you their guilt so that you would feel guilty. But it's like because they felt guilty, and they had to project that guilt onto you because they felt guilty. Because they felt lost. They felt like they were blowing around in the wind, like a leaf. Like they were just blowing around. They allowed their trauma to take them. It's like to take, and in the oh my gosh, in Chocolat, in that movie, they were wearing like Red Riding Hood capes or whatever, like hoods. They wore red hoods. The Root, always running. I am going to cry right now. Always running away, always running. I have to run. I have to teach you how to run with me. I have to teach you how to be afraid. I have to teach you how to not stand up for yourself. I have to teach you how to keep on running away from your problems, just like I ran away from my problems. Just like I ran away from the problem that affected you, I ran away from it. I ran away from the problem that affected you. And then I ran away from my own guilt and how I affected you through my own running away of what happened or the situation. And it's this thing, it's like they were on autopilot. But it's this thing where you're starting to understand that it was all a part of your process of becoming who you are, becoming who you are now. You are who you are now because of everything that you went through. And this is so empowering because you are literally taking back your own power. Now, You're not running away. You're standing still. You're letting go of somebody's hand and you're saying, no, I'm not. And you're taking, you know what, you're taking off that red hood and you're going to put it in the laundry basket, or you're going to put it in the freaking washing machine and you're going to wash it and it's going to come out bright red. It's not going to be this muddied red. It's not going to be this muddy root chakra. It's not going to be this, like this constant state of fear, this constant state of self-doubt, this constant lack of abundance, this lack of trust in self, to be able to do what you want to do in your life. To be able to stand tall and to be who you are. To be able to stand in who you are and stand in what you know and just accept that so that you can grow, so that you can root down to rise up, so that you can grow into exactly who you have always meant to be. You were always meant to be this, and this was a part and parcel in being who you are, because it's going to be able to allow people to see who they are through you seeing yourself. When somebody looks into your eyes at the depth of at the depth of the knowing that you're coming into yourself, when people look into your eyes, it's like they see something that they've lost within themselves, and you activate that within them. And that is a beauty in what's happening right now, is that you're realizing it's like you're standing still, and it's like Inception, where it's like there's like layers upon layers upon layers, and there's like more hidden stuff, but then it's like you're kind of standing still in the face of it all. And you're literally integrating it. You're allowing it to just be what it is, and to be witness to what it is and to what it was. And to be witness to the mask that never was you. It never was you. It was what you had to be to make it through. It was the cloak. It was the cloak. You had to wear a certain cloak. You had to wear something. You had to wear this mask to fit in, or to be safe. I mean, like somebody was really cold. Some sort of environment that you lived in was cold. It was cold. It's like you had to wear some sort of hooded cloak, like some sort of red cloak to, like, you know what I mean? To keep yourself warm, but it wasn't even warm. It's a cloak. You know what I mean? That doesn't keep you warm. It's just like there. It's just over top of you. And so it's like you're taking that off now, because it's not, you know, it never actually kept you warm. It only kept you concealing something from yourself, concealing who you really are, concealing your own identity to yourself, because your identity wasn't allowed to be what it was, because it had to be something else for somebody else's purposes, or for somebody else's like maladaptive programming and their patterns that they had allowed themselves to just be like strung along their whole life. Somebody was a damsel in distress. Somebody was, it's like somebody could have always felt like they were under duress, and you always knew that they were under duress. So it's like you squished down your own emotions because you were like, I don't want to make anyone else feel upset. I don't want to add to their duress. So I'm just going to put this cloak on, and I'm just going to bottle and silence myself. I'm just going to keep it all together, because I have to be the one to keep it all together. You had to be the one to keep everything all together, because other people couldn't keep anything together. They didn't even know what together was. They didn't even know what that meant, but you knew what it meant, because you were born knowing what it meant, because you have had lifetimes of experience in this, and you came back to this lifetime to be a teacher to other people, to be the truth for other people. You were the truth. And so they projected their shame onto you, because they could not deal with the fact that they were living a lie. So what is this that's unfolding for the collective, Spirit? What is this that's unfolding for the collective, Spirit? What's unfolding for you is that you're becoming aware through this solitude, through being with yourself. You are having like a spiritual awakening right now. You are allowing your inner wizard, I feel compelled to say that, your inner wizard to guide you, to allow, you know, it's like Gandalf the White to freaking shine a light on the entire situation to make you aware. You are like, you're Frodo, you're on a hero's journey. You're on a hero's journey. You're allowing Frodo, it's like you're giving yourself, you're giving your inner wizard is giving your inner hobbit the time and space to make it to, it's like you're going to the gates of Mordor. You're meditating, you're allowing yourself to meditate. You're allowing yourself to meditate on like how people played with you. How people like who had the responsibility to love you or to confirmation. The people who were closest to you, who should have been the ones who were responsible for you and your happiness and your health and your well-being, they were your enemies. And it's like you're making some sort of decision. You're deciding not to blow around in the wind anymore. You're deciding to take the blindfold off to see what it is that made you feel like you had to flow around in the wind and just go along with every whim that was offered to you. And why? What was that? It's because you were rushing to find safety, but then you got out of the frying pan into the fire each and every single time. Because you never let yourself slow down enough to feel how you felt inside. Because you were not used to feeling how you felt inside. Because you were encouraged to like run and hide. You had to run and hide from something or someone. Yeah, it's like all of this stuff that was like thrown at you. All of this like stuff that was thrown at you. Throughout your life. It could have been with a romantic partner, in your family, from your siblings. Because because of people's insecurity. What is coming for the collective spirit? What is unfolding? What's unfolding is you allowing your intuition I don't know, somebody could have said that you falsely accused somebody of something. Injustice, some sort of injustice about your childhood or this had something about a family. Guys, this has something to do with like a conspiracy or a secret or some sort of misfortune in the family, or it's like you're realizing you're bearing witness to the actual truth. You are bringing justice to the situation by being the actual witness to the truth. And you know what I mean? Even if all of these people remain in denial for the rest of their lives, you are healing the situation and breaking the cycle yourself through being witness to the truth. So yeah, Spirit wants you to just take a break, relax for a bit. You need to rest and you need to relax. You need to allow yourself to you need to give your time. You really need, whoever this is resonating with, you really need to give yourself time right now. And this is the permission from Spirit coming through me right now to say, just rest, allow yourself, because there's an upgrade happening. There's a massive shift that is happening in your energy. You are healing something extremely massive right now in your energy. And congratulations, and I'm proud of you. You are the one person that is bearing witness. You are the one person, if not one of the, like, you know what I mean? You could be one of the people bearing witness. You could be bearing witness to something with somebody else and cracking some sort of code. You could be cracking a code. I'm seeing like a safe, like there could be some sort of safe, and maybe you discover something in a safe. But you need to take a break right now because you're mastering something. You're mastering, it's like you're mastering something spiritually within you. And it's tied to your confidence. It's releasing your self-doubt. You're releasing your self-doubt right now so that you can walk forward on your path confidently. And you will be walking into your rewards. This is what has been holding, yeah. Look at, yes. You could be getting an invitation to somewhere. And a huge transformation is going to take place. This is like you healing this and feeling this and bearing witness to this. Bearing witness to your own intuition. Is going to bring in a lot of abundance for you. You're in this Empress energy. Something that you're working on or creating is going to something that you're working on, it's okay if it's slowed down right now, because it's going to eventually, you're going to eventually take a reward. It's just like right now, it's only slowing down because Spirit wants you to slow down so that you can integrate this. Because once you integrate this, once you fully shift into this energy, things are going to take off for you. Period. Period. Yeah, you're going to be having a new beginning. Yes, you're free. Things are going to take off too, because you're not going to be tied to this anymore. You're not going to be tied to that same pattern like in Chocolat, where she's like bringing her, you know what I mean? Like going from town to town. You could have had parents who actually moved a lot. That could really resonate with somebody. Like you always were moving. It never felt safe, and it was because like it was like this karmic ancestral pattern, and you're the one to break it. You're the cycle breaker. Let's get one last card to... Just know that like right now, if things seem slow right now, if things seem a little, you know, like stagnant, or things seem a little maybe... Maybe you feel really, you could be feeling really exhausted, or you could be feeling like you honestly just want to, like you're exhausted. It's because you're going through a spiritual upgrade right now in your energy, and you're having a massive shift. You're doing really deep healing right now. Yeah, so Spirit wants you to just like tidy your home, make sure to just keep your sacred space sacred, you know what I mean? Because right now you are going through such a massive shift that it would just be easier if just things were a little bit like, just make sure that everything is how you like it, so that like you can give yourself the right sacred space to be able to integrate this hidden knowledge that is now not hidden. Like, you know what I mean? The powers that be are now the powers that were. You are the power. You are actually the power. You're taking that power back. You're the power. You're the power that always was. You just forgot. Deep diver. You're diving deep. You're diving deep into this task. You're giving yourself the space. You're giving yourself the environment, set and setting. You're diving deep into this task. You're meticulous. You're lining everything up. You're giving yourself the right set and setting to be able to integrate this deep healing. And even if there's some fear that's making you feel like, oh, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't jump into that, I shouldn't explore this, I shouldn't do that, I'm too scared. Don't refuse the call. Don't refuse the call. That's the karmic energies. That's the lower entities. Like they want you to keep on siphoning them your energy through this this lack of feeling like power. It's like you are being empowered right now. You are taking your power back. You are calling your power back from all times and space, from all dimensions, from everything. We are calling our power back in this moment, and you're calling your power back now. And through this ceremony, you will, through the power of your words, through the power of your petitions, through the power of your intention, you will be calling your power back to you, and you will be severing this tie. I'm seeing like a red string, and you're breaking this string. You're breaking this cord. You're breaking this cord with this handler. You're breaking this cord with this past. situation. You're breaking this cord with this traumatic event that happened that had you flying like a leaf in your wind for much of your life. And now you're rooting down to rise up. You're rooting down and you are rising up. And if you're feeling like you're lost in space with everything that's going on and you need direction, you have the direction. You are, it's like, now I'm hearing No Direction Home. I think that's a band. Is that a band or is that a song? Is that Bob Dylan's son? I can't remember. Oh, that's Bob Dylan. No Direction Home. Gotta get back to the train on time. Nothing else seems to matter. Gotta get back. Gonna lose my mind. Everything's getting better. I'm never gonna break. I'm never gonna fall. I'm never gonna crack. I'm never gonna crawl. Know that I can. I'll take my time. Everything I am. It's all in my mind. I love you, Bob Dylan. Guys, okay, side note, just a little like piece of information about me. When I was in high school for my whole grade 9, and this sounds a little dysfunctional, but for my entire grade 9 year, I had Bob Dylan's entire discography on my iPad or my iPod or my MP3 player or whatever. I literally obsessively only listened to Bob Dylan for an entire year, just his discography. Anyways, yeah. Gonna sink into this brain of mine. Nothing else seems to matter. So damn close. Gonna lose my mind. It's getting better. Somehow it's getting better. I'm never gonna break. I'm never gonna fall. I'm never gonna crack. I'm never gonna crawl. Know that I can. I'll take my time. Everything I am, it's all in my mind. You guys, let yourself take the time. Your mind wants you to keep on rushing so that you don't give yourself the time to integrate what you're integrating. Because once you do, you're gonna have such a huge shift in your life. And like, I can feel this energy. You're gonna have such a huge shift in your life. And at first it might cut like a knife, but then it's gonna feel so right, because you're gonna experience this shift in your life where everything's gonna be so bright. It's gonna be like it's like you're gonna be so bright because you're letting go of whatever this is. That's where I feel called to end this message. I love you guys. I'm so proud of you guys doing all your healing. I could almost tear up a little bit. I love you guys so much. Okay, see you at the next reading. Remember, make sure to like and subscribe. Okay, bye.